It's Thursday at Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next all-new Trick Questions, a show where we talk about your favorite magic tricks. Taking a look today at the Soapy Suds trick. This is the trick where you have the laundry box and you put 3 dirty silks inside, or 3 dirty handkerchiefs inside of it, and you pull them out and all of the handkerchiefs are clean. Wayne Carter has the first question. Are the handkerchiefs machine washable in case they really do get dirty? I have never actually had to wash my handkerchiefs, Wayne, so I can't give you an honest 100% answer, but just from the feel of these, I think they feel like any old washcloth or something like that, so I think you really could throw these in the washing machine. I don't think anything's going to happen to them. I would, again, just don't wash them with colors, wash them with whites, just like you wash a white shirt or something like that, because you don't want these to get stained with colors. But I would say you probably could, because it's not as thin as like a silk, because silks are kind of thin, and after you use a silk a long time, the fibers kind of wear away and it gets holes in them. So I would say these wouldn't do that. All right, BX Shep TV or Brendan Shepard has the next question. He says, is it worth the money, and do you have to rip up the box? You have to rip up the box. He put have in capitals, so I had to shout that. First, we're going to start with your box question. You do not have to rip up the box each time. You can take the silks, the 3 white silks out, and show that the box is empty. The only thing is, I used to do it like that. And I haven't done Soapy Suds for a while, just to give you a heads up. But when I do the Soapy Suds now, I do like to rip the box up each time. The reason being is because I think it's a little bit more of a convincer to your audience that that box is really empty and there's not like a secret compartment in the box that are housing the clean silks, and you just did like a switch out of a secret compartment. When you rip it up and you toss the box, the spectators can check out the box, the ripped up pieces, and see that's an ordinary box. And the best thing is there are refills for the Soapy Suds, and they're about $7. So it's not that expensive to refill. And you're going to get about, I think it's like 7 refills per package of refills. So yes, I mean, granted, if you do a lot of kids shows, you're going to have to buy the refills a lot more often. But if you do paid gigs for your kids shows, then the money you receive back, you'll be able to put some of that money you get from doing the gig into buying more of the Soapy Suds if you do the Soapy Suds in that gig. So I would say you don't have to, but I think for my style of magic, it's a lot more of a convincer that the box is really empty. And is it worth the money? I definitely say so, because adults get fooled by this trick. I'm not going to say as much as kids, because there are some kids tricks that also fool adults. They're like, what? Like back up there, the hippity hop rabbits. Those do fool adults when the backs of them are blue and yellow. With this, I don't think it fools adults as much. Adults still get kind of fooled by it, but it does fool kids a lot. And, if you're doing a lot of kids' birthday parties or even stage magic, I do think it's definitely worth the money. All right, so my little review of the trick, I definitely think it's worth the money. It's really fun to do. You got to have, one thing I will say is you got to have really good patter for it. If you don't have really good patter, the trick kind of falls flat. And there's certain magic tricks that do that out there, where if you don't have a good enough patter, it's not going to be a really good, and the trick's not going to be as good as it should be. So my patter is I do it like an infomercial. I've done it for the 365-day magic challenge. And you can check that out. All right, next week we're talking about one of my favorite tricks, the Clarity Box by David Regal. So make sure to post your questions down below for the Clarity Box, and I'll give them an answer next week. And a little update, tomorrow there will be no School of Magic. The show is coming back the following week, but tomorrow I got a really special video I'm uploading tomorrow night. So check that out, and it's going to be something really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching Trick Questions, and I'll see you next Thursday for another all-new Trick Questions about the Clarity Box. You know how to mix up cards? You say, you are not cards. You are not cards. The magic karate works. Whoops. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Of course, you get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab a party. Adults love the trick too, don't get me wrong, but I think kids love it a little bit more than it looks. It looks like you're actually taking and shuffling the cards.